but something seems to have happened.
I mean, there are, we've got a couple guests that are connecting and that hopefully can hear us now. So I think you can go ahead and call to order and we can start.
Okay, we will call this meeting to order at 6:21 on July 14. This is our third and final Taxpayer Bill of Rights hearing, at which we will, well, actually, this is the hearing, and then we would anticipate adopting the final millage rate at the meeting that follows at 7:30 or 6:30. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And I think Lenita's prepared to do her thing if you're ready for that.
Please take it away, Lenita.
All righty. Good afternoon, members of the board, Dr. Duty, colleagues, community. Can I get the presentation up? Here we go. Okay. When the total digest of taxable property is prepared, Georgia law requires that a rollback millage rate must be computed that will produce the same total revenue on the current year's new digest that last year's millage rate would have produced had no reassessment occurred. The rollback millage has been calculated to be 19.636. The law further provides that if the levying and recommending authority proposes to levy a millage rate in excess of the computed rollback rate, the district is required to advertise and hold 3 public hearings before the adoption of the final millage. This is the fiscal year 21 budget calendar of the budget preparation processes and approval. The fiscal year 21 budget has been presented to the Board of Education on 4 different occasions. 2 public hearings have been held on the millage rate, and the board tentatively approved the millage rate with the adoption of the final budget on June 16th. Today represent the 3rd and final public hearing on the millage rate. All hearings were advertised on the district's website and the Champion newspaper. After today's public hearing on the millage rate, the board is scheduled for final approval of the property millage rate at the 6:30 p.m. regular scheduled board meeting. Okay, this is the final budget of all funds. This slide lists all the funds that require board approval. The general fund is the main operating fund for the district. The special funds consist of a variety of state grants. Then there's the school nutrition fund and the capital funds, which are primarily SPLOST proceeds. Okay, this is the 5-year history of levy. As you can see, the proposed millage rate is 20.25, which is the same as last year. If there is not an increase in the fair market value of a taxpayer's property, the school taxes paid will be the same as last year. If there is an increase in the fair market value, the increased amount from last year's fair market value is subject to the same school tax as the previous amount. Basically, as the value of your property increases, the taxes paid also increase because property tax are a percentage of your fair market value. Therefore, although the millage rate has not changed, if the fair market value of your property increases, the 20.25 millage rate will yield more revenue. This is just a history of the 17-year trend. The millage rate has pretty much stayed between 18.90, 18.66 and 20.90. And that concludes the public hearing for the millage rate.
Are there any public comment?
Okay. Aston, can you check the list for us and just let us know if anyone signed up?
So far for, no one has signed up yet.
Okay. There's no public comments.
If there's no comment, no public comment, are there any comments from the board? or questions? For those who've just joined us
Okay.
in the, what's up, David?
I was just going to say, I wanted to make sure everyone who's here, the guests hear what Eston said earlier, which is make sure if you want to connect to the regular board meeting, it is on a different link. And so when this meeting ends, you'll need to go into the other link, which is available on our website if you don't have it. So just wanted to make sure folks heard that.
That's essentially what I was going to do.
Okay.
It's 6:27. Should we go ahead and end this meeting and transition to the other one then?
Yep.
Okay, then this meeting is adjourned, and we'll see y'all in 3 minutes in the other room.
All right. Thanks, everybody.